I was tired. At the stage in my career where I am, I was really looking for some help. The ISD brought in a shot in the arm.
Every child, every classroom, every day. We have a standard of care in medicine, and the essential practices are the standard of care in literacy instruction.
The essential practices are pure and clean research. They're free, accessible to every classroom without bias.
Passionate advocates work to promote the daily use of the essential practices inside every K-3 classroom in Michigan. This is the essential story of Lenawee ISD.
When teachers first read the essential instructional practices, they think, yeah, I'm doing this, but we want to dig deeper. We want to make sure every child, every day, in every classroom is getting each of those 10 essential instructional practices.
At the Lenawee ISD, the literacy team promote the essential practices by focusing on 3 key areas: building capacity by offering free professional learning networks for educators focused on the essentials, the Lenawee literacy leaders, and the Garden Club, enhancing our embedded LISD support of K-3 educators and leaders, developing countywide summer learning opportunities with their community partners.
The 10 recommended practices should occur throughout the day, including during science and social studies, not in one isolated block.
These co-teaching partners are members of the Lenawee ISD Garden Club, a professional learning network specifically developed for kindergarten teachers, focused upon the essential instructional practices integrated within science.
We get to think about our learning as no longer 7 blocks throughout the day, like a reading block, a writing block, a science block, a social studies block. So if we find something outside that the kids are curious about, then we read about it, or if we're looking for more information, we research it back in here.
To promote the essential practices, the LISD sought to enhance its approach to embedded professional learning, which is provided by the LISD consultants and the ISD literacy coach. This included a project to remodel classroom libraries, driven by Essential Practices 8, and supported before, during, and after with ISD coaching. Community partners include Goodwill and Lowe's, working with the ISD to support the Library Makeover project.
For the LISD, on that day, took approximately 1,200 pounds of books with them that day, and they were all wonderful books. It makes all the sense in the world to partner up and get those back out into the community, and we're really lucky to be able to do that with LISD.
Following the makeover, the classroom libraries now include abundant reading material, which includes a wide range of books and other texts connected to children's interests, backgrounds, and cultural experiences. A writing area to create child-made books. More flexible spaces for children to engage in independent reading of materials of their choice every day. And an area to host small group and individual instruction.
We ended up with a true learning lab. We wanted to spread literacy throughout the classroom, throughout the day, so that every child had an opportunity to find books that appealed to them.
The thoughtful process of putting the placement of furniture it's looking at my familiar surroundings in a completely new way that I wouldn't have done by myself, and I'm glad I didn't.
The Classroom Library Makeover at Lenawee ISD is what I'm most proud of. We went into the room, and it really is an example of our efforts to enhance our approach to embedded professional learning.
Administrators use the essentials as a benchmark throughout their classrooms.
After Melissa and I were able to walk about in many of our classrooms, we took the data that we had gathered and we discussed it first. We've been buying books, we've been buying bookshelves, we've been putting some flexible seating into their classrooms so that their reading area is very engaging and homey, and it's like it just screams out, come read, come read.
The essential practices spill out into the community as students flow from classroom to summer activities. These partnerships are with the Boys and Girls Club and the YMCA Summer Program.
The Lenawee Cradle to Career Partnership is a network of leaders committed to providing every child in Lenawee with a quality education. I'm honored to chair the Reading by Third Grade Network, and our work is focused on creating additional opportunities for students in grades pre-K through 3, specifically in the summer.
They modeled what a read aloud looked like, and then they had us repeat it back to them. And they also helped us create lesson plans while they were there so that we knew what we needed when the kids were actually in the room.
When you first hear read aloud, you just think that you're reading to the kids until you went with looked at all these practices and their recommendations, and you saw the benefit. There's not really a con to it, so why wouldn't we continue doing it each and every year?
I hope to say that this was a long time coming, that this program is going to be great.
The essential practices are what we have in hands when discussing what literacy instruction can and should be for every student in every classroom.
It is work, but it's worth it, and the kids love it.
Developed by the MAISA GELN Early Literacy Task Force, the Essential Instructional Practices in Early Literacy are a small set of 10 research-supported daily instructional practices that research suggests can have a positive impact on literacy achievement for every child inside every classroom, used throughout the day, every day.